Hello. Howdy, hi, welcome. Come on in. I should have gotten a picture of Hello Kitty beforehand. I'm a stinky idiot and a fool. It's alright. She's a pretty easy one. Hello Kitty's got a good number of, like, outfits that she wears, though. So it's kind of a matter of picking which one to kind of roll with for inspiration, and I gotta say, personally, Hello Kitty looks the most iconic when she's got these overalls and yellow shirt. There. There she is! She's real tiny. There she is! Oh, what's this? Art stream. Also, I'm doing a poll on which Pokemon game I do for Magical Girl Run. It's a tie between X and Scarlet. Ooh. X, huh? X and Y. X and Y would be pretty good. I think they're both great. But yeah, welcome, howdy. Come on in. We're gonna start with Hello Kitty, but I'd like to do more of her friends as well. But we're starting with the queen herself. Because why wouldn't I? She was the one that initiated this whole idea. I saw her in the back rooms, and I was like, now hang on, wait a minute. Magical girl. It's because I realized that she's always got her bow, and I was like, I like Hello Kitty's bow. I like that, you know, she's always got her bow. Make myself a little, kind of schloop myself down. Imagine if that was what you saw of me. Yeah, I saw her and I was like, I like that she's always got her bow. That's cute. And then inspiration struck. What kind of weapon would Hello Kitty use? I'll be honest, I'm actually quite not versed in the world of Sanrio. So like, what's Hello Kitty's sort of like interests, you know? Well, what does Hello Kitty like to do for fun? Does she have interests, or is it just kind of generally be nice and hang out with her friends? I do apple wand for her, since apples are her favorite food. Fascinating. What a fascinating favorite food. I hate apples. I don't like that you get sticky when you eat them. No matter what, you always end up with apple all over you. Unless you cut them into slices. But it's like, that's the whole point. An apple, you're supposed to be able to just pick up an apple and go, and eat an apple, and it's delicious. And instead, it's like, ooh hoo hoo. Unless you want to get apple slime all over you, you better not do that. Ha ha ha. Hang on, I think her head's too big. Hello Kitty's got a big head, it tricked me. Let's make that a little bit smaller. There we go, that looks nice. Nice and pretty. Don't know much about Sanrio, but I do know that Keroppi is my friend. Keroppi. Their names are so long in Japanese. It's fascinating to me. Oh, I'd like to know more about Hello Kitty. So Hello Kitty currently has a game that's available, like, on Apple Play. And I don't like that leg. I don't like her knees being together like that. I think that's stupid. Where, like, you have to pay to play the mobile game. I know that she's currently got that. Hang on, we're making this pose way cuter. You cannot stop me. Okay, great. And I know that is making its way to the Switch. And I think it's happening this year, but I gotta figure out when, because I want to play it so I can learn more about Hello Kitty and her friends. I like green apples, they're softer. I do like the flavor of green apples. I can't remember which one was the best one. Honey Crisps are pretty tasty, but I feel like, because Allison and I had a stint where we were like, we're gonna try all the different apples, we're gonna buy as many different apples as we can, and rate them. Figure out which ones we like, which ones we don't. So I've eaten a lot of apples for someone who is a self-proclaimed apple hater. Yeah, I remember Honeycrisp was good. Red Delicious is the worst. Was it Pink Ladies? I don't know. I can't remember. I know Allison remembers, and so I'm always just like, Allison, what's the good apple? and she'll tell me. And we'll have Hello Kitty's hand kind of going over here. The idea of a weapon that we'll figure out. We'll probably roll with a wand. The apple wand. Because it feels like a pretty solid idea. For being the only idea we have, you know? Great, I'll make that a real hand later. Alright, time for the fun part. Designing her. Hello, welcome. Oh, I need to save this. Let's put you over here. I'll call you Hello Kitty. Have you seen the movie where they give her a mouth? It's fucking crazy. Imagine. So, look at this. Look at how crazy it is to just be like, ew, that's not Hello Kitty. Yuck. Get that away from me. That's a demon. So, just a little fun fact for you, that there is a movie. And they did decide to give her a mouth, and I do think it was not a good choice. Apple juice is really good. It's because, it helps that it's usually loaded with sugar. Allergic to raw apples, a good excuse to not have to eat them. We're doing Hello Kitties. Oh wow. So if you have any Hello Kitty facts, then lay them on me. We're gonna start with her outfit, actually, not her hair. I usually do a head first, but I've got a pretty solid idea. Because this is a cute outfit, but I think we can magical girl-ify it pretty well. Oh my god, yellow apples. I can't believe they're real. They're so easy to forget about, first of all. And second of all, they are mushy and bad. if they feel like a mistake, and someone was like, I'm a contrarian, so I think it's good, actually. And it's like, no, you do not. You lied. Yeah. Nice, thick overall sleeves. Because we're going to be doing quite a bit with her yellow shirt. Oh, hell yeah. Is it really a magical girl if it doesn't have ruffles? Yes, but they do be good. My wife refuses to believe that Cinnamoroll is a dog. He doesn't look much like a dog. He does look a lot more like a bunny. I guess you just gotta tell her that Cinnamoroll's like just a long-eared dog, but I do understand. Most of the apples over here are yellow. Damn. Damn. What a hellish place you must live in. Yeah. There we go. I'd like to incorporate her little yellow nose somewhere into the design. Probably on her shoes in some way, so I can get that yellow across the design nicely. But I'll think about it, don't worry. I know you were all very worried. Giving Hello Kitty a mouth makes her feel like a mascot horror character. I know, right? It's so cursed. Reminds me of how in high school they would have the option of red, green, and yellow apples during lunch. Yellow was almost always never picked. I remember we were like in elementary school for sure. And teachers just decided to be like, hey, we're gonna try all the different types of apples And so we were all like, fuck yeah, we're in elementary school. School rocks right now. And demonstrably, like it was like, at the end, it's like, okay, so which one's your favorite? And I think this was probably all a ploy to make us eat more fruits and vegetables. I gotta say, my generation, or at least my class, never really struggled with that. We were all pretty, pretty veggie-headed kids. But, yeah, it was like half the class, maybe more than half, liked the green ones. The rest of everyone liked the red ones, and not a soul liked the yellow ones. And I guess they kind of just figured out, hey, yellow apples suck, and just got rid of all of them. It's a silly hand. It's good enough, though. Alright. Gotta figure out what exactly I want to do with her shoes. I want a lot of white on her, and I'm deciding on if I want, like, tall white shoes, or... gotta make an apple. Nice. Gotta figure out how I want to get all this white on her. Do I want, like, leggings or shoes is kind of what I'm thinking. Twins, did you ever watch the movie where Hello Kitty was Cinderella? I remember watching that all the time as a kid. I actually haven't seen any Hello Kitty movies. No Hello Kitty media has entered my eyes. I've seen the movies, like, on shelves, like, of, like, secondhand stores. But, no, I haven't watched any Hello Kitty anything. Critter and I had little Hello Kitty toys when we were younger. I remember we got them at school. It was, like, that thing where it's, like, if you answer a question right, and if you get enough of them right, you can, you get to pick a prize from the box. And... I did that, and I was like, oh, cool, and so I get to pick a prize from a box, and I chose a little Hello Kitty toy. She was like a chef, had a little pan, cute little chef hat, cute stuff. And then I'm gonna call her out, because this is just classic little kid behavior. Critter, like, cried, because she wanted a toy too. And then she also got a little Hello Kitty toy, and I overheard the teachers being like, yeah, she got the same exact toy. Yeah, and I was like, what the heck? She didn't have to answer all the right questions to get, to get her toy. This is bogus. And, that's it. That was, it's the only thing I remember from, like, the first grade. Oh yeah, Gretzko counts as Sanrio. I always forget. Gotta figure out what Hello Kitty's hair looks like. Wait, I'm formulating an idea. An idea is forming. Okay, hang on. I know first that I want cute, like a cute short hair. And actually this one I want to pull out a little bit further. Great. Circles are hard. Okay. And now, okay. The idea that's forming. I'd like to... I've got it. Don't worry. I've got it. I've got the idea. Now it's just a matter of executing it. Oh, we got Wikipedia stats. Hang on. Okay. Her height is described as 5 apples, and her weight as 3 apples. She is portrayed as a bright and kind-hearted girl, very close to her twin sister, Mimi. Didn't know she had a twin. She is good at baking cookies and loves her mama's homemade apple pie. She likes to play the piano and collect cute things, and her favorite subjects in school are English, music, and art. Fucking hell yeah. I want to grow up to be as cool as Hello Kitty. Perfect magical girl. If you ask me. Okay, and then she's got kind of little hair tuffies. Kind of looks like her ears. And she needs her bow. Big cute bow. But that's not the only thing she needs, because she's a cat, so she's got her cute little whiskers. And so she's got hair clips. To look like her cute little whiskers. Oh my fucking god! Okay. Imagine Agretzko meeting Hello Kitty characters. I think Hello Kitty and friends could probably help Agretzko a lot. Gotta get Hello Kitty's eyes, too. That's something that absolutely needs to happen somehow. I've got her kind of facing the wrong way. And big ol' round eyes. I think just big ol' round pupils. Well, nothing special going on there. She needs a mouth, but it's gotta be real little. So as to not fuck up the Hello Kitty flavor. Oh my god. I'm amazing at this. Underrated design hair clips. And you know, honestly, I've seen these. Hang on, these ones are actually too high. I've seen these and I've been like, now hang on, wait a minute. I should have more characters with cute hair clips. Okay. And now to figure out what the heck I'm doing with these shoes. She's got such big old feet, but they all kind of do. I'd like to do more. Yeah, we're starting with Hello Kitty, but I would like to do more of the Sanrio gang. I'll almost definitely do Kuromi and My Melody, so, you know. Don't worry, there's more to come. How many am I gonna do? I don't know. But figured I'd start with Miss Kitty. I gotta figure out what I'm doing with these shoes. I think I want them to be tall. I think I do want her to have tall shoes, but how tall? Yes. Yes, that is what I want. Alright, perfect. Sorry, I'm focusing. You know how it be. You know how it gets sometimes. I remember one time in like a drawn out, I had a foot, and that actually foot is going back a little far, but I had a foot drawn like this, pointed, on point, as it were, and I got a comment about it, basically being like, the foot's a little weird, but if you keep practicing, you'll get better, and in relation specifically to, like, the point of the foot. And I'm like, brother, you don't know how to, so you've got a foot? You don't know that you can point your foot? Like, I don't know what to tell you, my guy. That is stretch. You have not missed too much. I was discussing how feet are not robotic. They can move. But yeah, we've basically got the design for Hello Kitty down. Oh wow. There she is. Oh wow. And we're going to incorporate cute little buttons on her shoes to look like her cute little button nose. Wowie wow. Wowie wow willikers. They don't have the ballerina strats. Love to see Karopi in the style. You know, am I smart enough to do a second frog? Without just doing Sunny again? I'll definitely try. No mouth, maybe a mask? I think I'm gonna stick with just tiny mouth. I think it works out pretty well. And it kind of helps because we don't have her little button nose, and so it kind of helps keep, you know, because without anything on her mouth, I don't know, I feel like a mask or something would actually end up overcomplicating her more than just an itsy bitsy little mouth does, you know? So I'm gonna stick with it. But maybe when she, like, you know, evolves, when she gets an upgrade, then she can get a cool scarf. Oops, I want black line art. I feel like I had something to share about my day. And I was like, oh, perfect, I remember that. I'll be able to say it on stream. Like, literally as I was waiting for 1 minute before starting stream. And now I just can't remember. It feels so stupid. Oh, perhaps that it said I've got a new video available to watch. It's about Infinity Nikki. Hell yeah, it's a review. Good stuff. Fun stuff. It's got some funny gags at the end that you can all check out. And I'll probably post a link into chat right before I end stream, because I want to be pushier about advertising all my different stuff. because of the New Year stream, I'm pretty sure, or rather our award show, I realized just how little overlap there is across my different communities. Like, it's like the people who are in stream don't really watch my videos or read my comics, and the people on my videos don't really watch my streams or read my comics, and the people who read my comics are very small in size and number. And it just made me be like, oh, maybe you all just don't know. Maybe you don't care, in which case, well, you can just keep not caring, I suppose. I don't need to know about it. But, do those eyes look good? I say they do not. Let me fix those eyes. Nice. But yeah, I'm gonna be pushier every time I upload something. That eye is still bad. That eye is really bad. Hang on. I don't do eyelashes like these very often, so... have to actually do, like, weight differences with my brush. There we go. You may have noticed that I'm awfully consistent in how heavy-handed I am while I draw. Do Sunny again and gaslight us into thinking it's the Sanrio character. Did you ever hear the theory that Hello Kitty wasn't actually a cat, it was a little girl in a costume? Not sure where that came from, but I just heard it. You know, I think I have heard about that, and maybe it's because she's got a pet cat. Did you know? Because I did. Hello Kitty has a pet cat. Which does feel a little fucked up. And her just being a girl in a costume would alleviate how weird that is. But, I don't know. I don't know how canon that is anymore. I also feel like Sanrio isn't really, like, the type to change things. It's just like, yeah, you know. Hello Kitty, she's got a twin. Name is Mimi. Mimi? Let me Google this. Let me Google Hello Kitty's twin. Hang on. Let me get these kind of sleeve ruffles going. And then Google that. I don't know what I'm gonna expect. You said it's her twin. It's gonna look exactly like her. Yep. It's her, but color palettes swapped. And the bow is on the other side. She's orange and yellow. Hello Kitty looks better. Sorry, Mimi. I don't know what to tell you. The Goofy and Pluto discourse again. And you know, I think it's just the thing, it's like, listen, Goofy and Pluto are both dogs. But me and Harambe, you know, we're both, you know, in the Sorry, I was focusing on hands. We're both primates now, aren't we? Are we? Am I getting the word right? You know, apes exist. Gorillas exist. Humans exist. Goofy can exist. Pluto can exist. That doesn't mean they're the same. And I think that's as eloquent as I'm going to get with that sentence while I'm doing art. I can barely talk good when I'm just not focusing on anything else. It's always nice when you do the first one of a set like this, because you can you get to go with the default. This was very no thoughts, head empty, easy peasy, just give her, you know, big ruffles on the skirt. It's moving forward from the first default one, where things really start to get, like, gotta get creative with it, you know? It's just that she's an anthropomorphized cat. So Cinnamoroll has said that she's not human, but not completely a cat. But for simplicity's sake, she's a cat. Kind of like Momo in Infinity Nikki. Which was not something I expected them to actually explore. And then they did a little, and I was like, whoa, I thought he was just a cat. So that's neato. I'm learning a lot about Nikki. The Nikki-verse, because of Infinity Nikki. Oh, you know, I've got something. I think this might be a hot take, but it's a take I must take anyway. So, I think gooning is super cringe. No matter what. And you know, we all indulge in a little bit of gooning every now and then. You know, I've got, you know, husband lists and stuff, but what I mean is, like, for real gooning. Like reposting a VTuber or a YouTuber or an actress or something and being like, yum yum yummy, her thighs look so good. Like this emoji. You know, look at those big, nice, delicious titties. Yummy yummy. That kind of crap, that is fucking hyper cringe. And I think Here's where the take becomes truly hot. I think that ladies who like ladies need to figure out that is still cringe even when it's them doing it. That's the thing. Cause, like, I've just, maybe just cause the kind of circles I'm in, I've just seen an awful lot of gals who are lesbians being like, those titties are so delicious, I want to put my face between them. Yummy, yummy, I love those thighs. They're perfect, that kind of crap. And I'm like, it's still cringe, even though you're also a woman. I just need you to know that. But maybe I'm the no fun Nelly who just looks down on gooning on Maine anyway. Because that's the thing. If someone were like, hello, welcome, Celeste fan. You've come in at a weird point in the conversation. But I will say, you know, I'm a man liker, and if I saw tweets being like at, like, male characters or whatever, being like, oh, his pecs are so amazing. Yum yum, I love his biceps, whatever. I'd be like, this is still really fucking cringe, guys. I don't know. Like, shut up. You don't need to tell the world that a character or something makes you horny, you know? And that's coming from me, queen of the horn dogs. It's like people who reply to NSFW art, like, on Twitter. Like, you'll see NSFW fan art or just artwork and stuff, which is not safe for work, if you don't know what that acronym means. And it's like, yeah, and not even just like, this looks so good, or kind of just general, like, you know, that's normal, you know, complimenting the artist, that's normal, being like, this looks really great, or, kind of like just like flushed emojis or gifs being like, oh my god, you know, just being like good stuff, that's average. But it crosses over into being like, what are you doing here when you just reply to the NSFW art with like fucking like your thoughts on the porn, like instead of just being like this is so good, instead you insist on being slightly more explicit about the fact that it makes you horny. That you specifically. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't just, why are you replying to porn anyway? I don't we can all indulge in some well done NSFW fan art and be like, yeah, hell yeah. I love this character from thing, and I like that this artwork makes them look hot. But I just don't see the need to be like, and I'm going to reply to this artwork to make sure the artist knows that it turned me on. And it's like, okay. So I don't know. Don't know how often people are using yum yum. You know, maybe it's my only example, because I didn't want to delve into more ways to describe liking body parts. But it's true. I'm also not seeing a whole lot of yummy yummy. Judging pig men while still slobbering over people makes you also piggish, no matter who you are. It do be true. It do be true. Not to sound like a prude, but just how it be. Alright, so Hello Kitty's like pure white. I'm gonna do the same thing I do with my hair. I'm actually gonna make it slightly off-white. It's gonna be tough for you to see. See, just slightly off-white. Maybe even a little bit less than that. And I'm making it technically like a light gray blue. And we're doing that so that I can add shine to Hello Kitty's hair later. Also, it would allow for just more value and depth in general than a straight up monochrome white. Same with like how you'll almost never see just straight up black. You know, Lois Lane's hair is really a dark blue, that kind of a thing. House haunting color. Hello Kitty pale as fuck. Yeah, well, you know, she is white, so I wanted to try to make her as pale as I could. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. I've got to redo all my colors. Yeah, let me move these over, but this is so I don't lose my color here. Hang on. But yeah, I wanted to make her as pale as I could. Hide all this color I did here. Great. So now I can actually do the color on its own layer and not on the background layer. You got any chat rules? It's nice to know where you draw the line. You know, I didn't recognize you for a moment. Father Jummed. Then you pulled out your usual puns. And I was like, oh, it's the pun guy. So congratulations, you are the only person who I recognize by your content in chat, rather than your name. Question, what is the story of the Nikki verse? Does Nikki always go on these crazy adventures with clothes? Or was it just like that in this game? So, I don't know, really. I'm not an Infinity Nikki, or just a Nikki, expert by any means. From what I can tell, the visual novel portions of her previous dress-up games do have some pretty intensive, plots. Which I find delightful. I love that it isn't just, Nikki, we need to dress up all the people for the dance. Okay, Momo. And then, Nikki, we need to get everyone outfits for the gala. No, okay, no, it's not that. And instead it's like, I don't know, I've seen screenshots of like like butterfly people being like, and this is why my people were genocided, and it's like, what the fuck? So, you know, it's more than I think there's always quite the plot. I just don't know what that plot is. Yeah, I want to make these slightly brighter. And it's gonna be the same color as her eyes. And her wand. Oh? Sorry, I heard someone lay on the horn. Dressing everyone for the dance sounds dope. It does. There was another streamer who kept telling puns too, and she said, "Your name is Uncle, you shouldn't be making this many dad jokes." So I took it as a challenge. Are you actually an uncle? I guess that's the real question, isn't it? You don't have to answer. You know, ain't none of my business now. But it would be funny if you were like, nah. Nah, I ain't do that shit. Oops, I can see that my line art is not clean. I do have a nephew and 2 nieces. Hey, congrats. Good job on being related to people who had children. Way to go. Nikki, we need to dress well or the demons of hell will rise up and destroy the world. I like that so far, the outfits are kind of like, kind of just secondary to the actual plot. It's like, because she's a stylist, she has abilities, but it's not like we need to dress up to you know, save hell or whatever. It's just been like, because I can make an outfit, and that outfit allows me to play the violin, I'll be able to do this thing and help all the people in town. So, that's kind of hilarious. It's Hello Kitty, and you know what, I think you could, ooh, hang on, I think I almost just closed out of the art. And I think you could pretty easily tell, like, hey, wait a minute, I think that's Hello Kitty. Nice job, Self. Thanks, Self. Let's put some simple shadows on the gal. Give her a little bit of dimension. Or, you know, I could probably add cute little red cheeks to her as well. Give her a little bit of blood. Nikki, why you dress like you're going to the Met Gala? Because some of us care! All my siblings have at least 2 kids, and there are 5 of them. So yeah, I'm an aunt. This is how I've learned overhyping is female. And you know what? I think I've learned that previously, and then I forgot who it was. Because I am stupid. Just need y'all to know that I am a dumb person. So I try to not gender you guys, unless I know your preferred pronouns. So just be aware that if I ever do misgender you, it's just because I'm stupid. And you can feel free to be like, nah fam, I'm a girl. Or, hey, I prefer they. And I'll be like, I'm sorry. I am stupid. I'll try my best to remember so I get it right next time. The problem is there are a decent number of you. And I often identify you by color first, not by name. Which is how I so often seem to mix up Green Machine and Ruth Weber, because you're both green on my end. Say her or they them, whichever you prefer. Hell yeah! I'm he, him. Everyone just share your pronouns, why not? Hairpins as to imitate whiskers. How cute. I know, isn't it? Isn't it? I feel so powerful. Like, I feel like a god. Like, people should pay me to do this. A little fun fact, I'm not gonna say who this is, but I saw someone on Twitter who I follow kind of on and off. Like I keep up with them. I don't always have time to check out their streams though. And I've never interacted with them before. I should make that clear. They don't know I exist. But they posted on Twitter and on Blue Sky being like, I'm looking to get, to have someone help me design a character. Any idea where I could find someone like that? And so I sent them a DM, being like, hey, I've been following you for a while, and character design is what I specialize in. And I sent them a couple reference images of my art. And I was like, and thank you, I hope you have a good one, a nice, respectable DM. They never even replied to me, and it's like, alright, come on, man, I see you posting fan art of giant VTubers, being like, throw back to the time I drew at VTuber McRich Extraordinaire, and it's like, you know the grind, to be like, hey, I could really use a nice little bit of recognition so I could get more money. Because really popularity is the name of the game. And so it's like, at least reply. If you don't want to go forward with me, if you're like, oh, sorry, I appreciate it, but I've actually found somebody else. Or thank you for offering. I will keep you in mind. Just something, anything, as a small content creator, you have to recognize that as another small content creator, like, that's a huge thing that you're just ignoring. And, I'm not saying they should have taken me up on my offer right away. No, if they don't want to, want to work with me, that's super fine. But I am just saying that it's like, I don't know, if you're small enough that you're posting onto Twitter, being like, where do I find someone I can commission? And someone replies to you with, hi, you can commission me. At least reply to them. Hey, I'm not gonna move forward with you, but thanks. Otherwise, I don't know, man. Just doesn't look very good, does it? This is how I've learned. Syriza goes by he, him. I think I've known that previously as well. Oh, I don't mind if you use she, her, or they, them. Okay. That's great. That's good to know. Twisty Rob has thrown a wrench my way. With pronouns she, her. The only reason why that's a wrench is because I figured your name was short for Robert. That is the problem. I am assuming most of the time. It's all I have. I must assume because I can't check your profiles all that consistently. This is eye-opening though. This means I've got more girls in chat than I thought I did. This is really exciting. Don't reply to anyone on socials if I don't know you. And I will say, people have DM'd me Robertella. Which is actually, I gotta say, a cool name. People have absolutely DM'd me that I didn't reply to them. But it wasn't, hey, I heard you were looking for a job. Like, you were seeking someone to do a job, I can do that job. But instead it's, hey, @twins, here's a character from a thing you don't know. Do you wanna talk to me about their design? And it's like, I really don't. I'm sorry. I've got nothing of value to say. I'm just not gonna reply to you. Because also, I've done this, this has happened too many times, where I would give them, a little bit of time. Like, okay, yeah, I like the green in this design, something, whatever. And do a small little analysis for them. And then they think that they just have jurisdiction over my time, and will be like, just keep, messaging me and expecting me to engage with them. Like, they have me on speed dial, and it's like, yeah, please don't do that. I'm not going to reply to you anymore, because I don't care about these boring fucking characters from whatever show it is you like. It's swell that you like it, But I don't care, and I'm not gonna keep wasting my time analyzing designs for you because I was nice once and you wanted to ask for an inch and take a mile, you know? So, yeah, it just makes it hard to engage in DMs when it's just, here's a character, what do you think? I don't think. I have no thoughts, head empty. I finished Hello Kitty. Now I can go back and, here, let me put Hello Kitty actually on screen. Wow! Pretty! And go back and see a big message that was up here. Twins. Oh, it's Serge dropping in to say hi. Also, whenever you finish a stream, make sure you set the announcement channel on Discord to only you can message, just so convos can't happen in it. I thought about doing that, and then I was like, I don't know if that's something I can do, but I'll do that. The whole pronoun thing reminded me of a story. On my first day of senior year, my Spanish teacher had sheets where we wrote our names and facts so he could get to know us. One of his questions was what our preferred pronouns are. I thought that was cool. Also, I met my best friend because I realized they were non-binary, and they were the first non-binary person I met. That is pretty neato. It's not. I like that. You see this in stores a lot too, where you'll see like a lot of like on name pins. Like, thank you for shopping with us. I'm Sandra. Pronouns, she, her, or whatever. So, that it's cool that it's becoming more and more normalized. Alright, Kitty, get on out of here. Let me actually make her own folder. What time is it? Not too late. We can keep going. Let's do another one. Who do we want to do? Do we want to do, My Melody? Here, I'll make a poll. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. Hi, Mira. Perfect timing. I'm doing a poll. And if you don't know who any of these are, just pick for whichever name you think is the funniest. Who next? My Melody. Kuromi. Oops, spelled correctly, please. Actually, I don't know if that's how you spell it. How do you spell the frog's name? Karopi. And, Cinnamoroll. Yeah, we'll stick with those. Alright, there's 2 minutes for you. Poll, vote, go! Frog. Frog is Karopi, so you can vote for Karopi. Got one of those pins scared? Because people around you are bigots? That does suck a whole lot. Here's hoping, fingers crossed, that eventually they'll all just get raptured, and we can, I'll almost definitely do Pom Pom Purin, so don't worry about it. We'll get to Pom Pom Purin. It seems like y'all like frogs a whole lot. Rob is just a stupid name from the name Robot. But Robert Ellis sounds cool. Now I know. Now in my head, Twisty Rob is a robot, which is great to know. Fascinating. Fascinating. Hey, nobody likes My Melody. Isn't that interesting? I did prime you guys with Sunny. Does a Gretzko count? Maybe in the future. We could do an Gretzko, sure. Maybe that's what our collection will be. It'll be Hello Kitty, Karopi, My Melody, Kuromi, Cinnamoroll, Pom Pom Purin, a Gretzko. Maybe that'll be our full collection. Gonna have to make either make the girl smaller or the page bigger though, cause goddamn. I would say robot more like a TV head. I see. I suddenly know who you are. Cause I've read your name every day, or not every day, every month at least once, on Patreon, for a good while now. I wonder if Cinnamoroll won! with 50% of the votes. Wowee. So we're doing Cinnamoroll next. Sorry, Karopi fans. Tried to draw a Sonic character for the first time. It was fun, but very difficult. It's shockingly harder than you'd think, doesn't it? You'd think it'd be easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and it's not. It is hard. Okay, good. She still looks good. Okay. But yeah, I don't know if you guys kind of know how much I, really latch on to your Patreon names. Especially the ones who've been around for so long. It's, it's really nice when I can see, like, you know, a bunch of the same consistent names. I know, I've got thoughts about some of you guys by name alone. Cinnamoroll. By name alone, and also, like, with your profile pictures. There's someone called Snacks on my Patreon. Just Snacks. And, Snacks is, like, profile picture is their cat. I assume it's their cat. It's a cat. But every time I see it, I see a weird dog instead. They're all bad thoughts. You know what, Messiah, your wife is right. He does not look like a dog. Even though Cinnamoroll is a boy, do we want to make him a boy? Or do we want to make him a magical girl? What do you guys think? Do we want to make a magical boy, or do we want to make a magical girl? Because I'm cool with either. Magical boy, magical boy! I'm gonna get started on a rough sketch, but I think I can see where this is gonna go. Hang on, get out of my way, Cinnamoroll, you're too big. Too wide. We're gonna try to kind of put him in a similar pose as this, I think. Ooh, hang on, let me match Hello Kitty's head size. Ooh, I'm below her. Hang on. Great. Great. Okay. Now they'll look right next to each other. Magical boy, girl, magical boys. Boys can be magical. Magical boy writes. The boys win. He will be a magical boy. That means I gotta think about what magical boys wear. I get to so rarely, since Grim Magic only has magical girls. At least so far. Hang on. Putting him in a nice, positive jumping pose. Only magical boy I can think of is Tuxedo Mask. Does he count? Does he count? I guess. You know, he's as part of the Sailor Senshi kind of adventures as, you know, any of the others. I don't want his leg up like that, I don't think. I want that leg up. I never do it like that. Yeah. Technically there's Cute Earth Defense High Club Love, an inefficient name. I've got a pretty old review for that show now, but on my channel. But that's a magical boy show. They're just boys, and it's nice because it really feels like that leg is too much. Holy shit. Hang on. It's too long, it's too muscly, it's too far out there. Hang on. I blacked out. Blacked out, started just making a normal leg. There we go. A nice tubey leg. It's still kind of goofy looking. I might bend it, actually. Yeah. But yeah, Cute Earth Defense High Club Love. Bad title. I love its theme song. And it's fun, because it really feels like a love letter to magical boys. And I discussed this in the video as well, to a degree. But it's nice, because, you know, I feel like so often magical boys are like a joke, even in their own shows. Leg out of 10. It was a lot of leg. But yeah, I feel like magical boys are so often the butt of the joke in their own shows, where it's like, ha ha, it's funny because she's a girl, but when she transforms, she becomes this big, strong man. Ha ha ha! And it's like, okay, that's not very funny, I don't think. Or it's like, he's a man, and then he transforms, but then he's wearing a dress. Tee hee hee. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Fellas can wear dresses. Yeah, but Cute Earth Defense High Club, love. Still a bad title, but it's nice because it's just like, hey, what if they were just boys and then they saved the day? And it's like, fuck yes. And then also at the end of every adventure, they hang out at the in a hot spring, like in a bath, like a sauna. That's their favorite place to hang out. And it's like, you know what? I'm not mad about all these words together. Scoot him down a little bit. Great! Cool! Now let's actually design him. The fun part. I guess Power Rangers are kind of like magical girls in a way. I would argue they're not. I don't think a transformation is, one, even necessary, or two, even the most important part about a magical girl show. Cardcaptor Sakura, she does not transform. Her friend just likes making outfits for her. And is like, Sakura, wear this cute outfit. And then she's got a new outfit to run around in. No transformation at all. So I don't think it's really necessary. And if you say anything with a transformation is a magical girl show, then that means, like, you know, the original, werewolf, you know, Curse of the Wereman, Wolfman, you know, where he transforms into a wolf. Oh, well, that's a magical girl show. I don't think so. Hang on, I almost closed out of the program again. Its close is right next to save. That's how that keeps happening. I think a magical girl show is a magical girl show if the creator sought to make a magical girl show. I think it's a genre that is hard to boil down to hard rules to define it, because it's a pretty narrow title for something that is quite broad. You know, like, you think about action, an action anime. That can fall under so many different flavors. That can be things with guns, that can be thrillers, that could be things where they fight each other, it's things where they fight monsters, they could have swords, they can use magic. You know, most magical girl shows fall under action. And so it's hard, I think, to... Sorry, I was thinking. It's hard, I think, to really put a nail on what makes a magical girl show. And I think the easiest solution is to just go with the tried and true, did they want to make a magical girl show? 'Cause usually it's something people set out to do. And usually it's just also, it's like, because no one just goes, a magical girl show. It'll be like, I want to make a magical girl show, but, and then, you know, there's always that fun gimmick. There's like a lot of isekais. You can get isekai'd into the past, into the future, into just a different gendered body in the same time, like era. You can turn into, you know, fantasy worlds. You can enter video games. You can enter books. You can sometimes just go into another universe by going down a well. Sometimes you have to die. You know, sometimes there's a million different... Sometimes you can go back and forth between the isekai world and your normal world. And there's a million different isekai things. And so it's hard to even narrow that down. Inuyasha is an isekai, technically. And no truck-kun hits some protagonist boy who looks like Kirito, and then they're surrounded by a harem of ladies in Inuyasha. So, yeah, I think it's a tough one to really categorize, honestly. Because I do feel like this is where it always ends up. It feels like it always ends up being, so what is a magical girl show? And I guess the answer is it's whatever you want it to be. I gotta figure out how the fuck I want to do Cinnamoroll's two main features. His big ol' ears and his swooshy wooshy tail. And I think I've got an idea. But it does mean I have to Google something for a reference. On the topic of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Coral Palette mentioned Yu-Gi-Oh! I used to fucking love Yu-Gi-Oh! So much. We were incredibly invested in Yugi's adventures. From Joey, because I know them by their cringy English names. From Joey's sister getting her eyesight back, to Yugi saving Grandpa, to, oh my gosh, I shipped Yugi and Taya so much. That was my first true ship. Like, I kinda shipped Ash and Misty, as we all did growing up watching Pokemon. But I was truly invested in Yami, Yugi, and Taya. I think that was her name. Falling in love. The thing that really had me fall off of Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the fact that it kept going. So they, beat Pegasus, and they'd spent so much time building up Pegasus. Which makes sense. It was, the first arc kind of a thing. Not counting Yu-Gi-Oh! Zero. I know about the original version of the manga where they played different, games. I liked that a lot. But then they, switched to just dual monsters, and that's swell. And then they just kept going. Like, he beats Pegasus, and then the adventure just kept going. And it's like, oh, I kind of wanted the story to end. There are many magical girl shows that are very different in the themings between each other. Sailor Moon, Madoka, Cardcaptor Sakura, Kill la Kill, gushing over magical girls. Each are very different to the point that magical girl show gets very vague in what it truly means. It's true, and so it's why I think it's just like, we are making a magical girl show. Otherwise, people can still decide it's a magical girl show. But, unless you have a good way to pitch that argument, it's easiest to just go, hey, it was presented as a magical girl show. There's a comic series called Magical Boy about a trans boy who's a part of a family with a lineage of magical girls. He first gets a typical magical girl outfit, all ruffles, heels, makeup, etc. But as the story continues, his outfit changes to match his true gender. It's a very good comic. That's pretty fly. Pretty fly indeed. I've considered having either a non-binary or a trans magical girl in Grim Magic. I haven't so far, mostly because it doesn't feel like something I need to go out of my way to do. I'd like for it to feel, to some degree, warranted. Like a good character reason for it, and not just because I wanted representation, I've got a new idea, but I think it can actually just correlate with my current idea. Okay, that's great. Just keeping you all in the loop on what's happening. But yeah, I haven't had that yet. I'm not opposed to it, but something I really want to do is, if I have a gender non-conforming magical girl to some degree, I don't want that to be like a big deal. I don't want the LGBTQ plus community to feel like they only get stories about how sad their lives are. about how hard it is to be different. It can be incredibly hard. There's nothing, you know, I don't want to, you know, downplay that. But one, I'm not experienced in those difficulties. And two, I'd like for them to also have some stories where it can just be, and then this one is, you know, hey, that one's trans. Hey, that's cool. And then, like, that's it. Then it's just, you know, just a good story. And also one of the characters is trans. Because I think they deserve to, that foot's really long. The LGBTQ plus community deserve to have stories where it is just also presented as normal that they exist too. And that they aren't relegated to only getting adventures where where they only get to play when it's, hey, remember how your life is really hard kind of a deal? Let them be happy, exactly. And I gotta Google something so I can have a reference for Cinnamoroll here. Yes, this is what I want. But which one do I want? How detailed do I want this to look? We'll go with this one. Just so I can have, like, the silhouette, right? So this is, follow me, this is my idea. Cute head accessory to make his ears. Do you see where I'm going here? You see it? Do you see what I'm stepping in? I also gotta figure out what I'm doing with his bangs. I think I want them to kind of emulate his face shape. So I'm gonna try to do that. Wait, being LGBTQ plus isn't the only aspect of their character or personality, right? Twin tails? I could do that. That's absolutely an option. The problem is I also want to get his curl in here. And I've got the curls kind of coming in as well on his shoes. Kind of cute little jester shoes. But I think I want him to have like a long pigtail as well. And I like the idea of this kind of head accessory creating his ear shapes naturally. Because otherwise they would end up being kind of thick pigtails. That's a, you know, a shit example, but you know. And, I don't know. I feel like that could end up looking a little too on the nose. Poisonally. But that's just me. Now I gotta figure out what the fuck I'm doing with his bangs. Alright. Another middle part is what we're going with, apparently. He's a cute guy. Okay. I'm gonna be focusing a lot for a moment. One thing I like about the physical comic of Magical Boy is that it censors the main character's dead name. Hey! That's really neato. It sounds like this content creator might be... This creator might be trans themselves. Just by how much, like, clear... I don't know, how do I say this? It seems like, you know, they know so much about the subject that they must at least have someone in their family who might be. Yeah, I say that. Not necessarily, though. But, and then, like, extra toughies, like how they used to have in the 90s. Yes. Simultaneously mask and femme. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I love seeing the LGBT content creators making, I keep saying that, creators, making stuff like that, because so often when us silly straights, you know, try our best to make things about how hard it is to be a trans person growing up, you know, there's only so much we can really know about the subject. It can feel a lot more, well researched, for lack of any better word for it. when the person in question has actually had to live through some, you know, even not even just like difficulties, but like, you know, living through a phase and being like, hey, you know what, I think I figured something out about myself. And being able to kind of recreate that in their art. Is that too many bows all right there? Yes. Yes, I don't want his hair tie to be anything too big. Hang on. I've fucked up the flow of the hair. I need to fix it. And I was like, oh, I'll make that look good, and I knew I couldn't. All right. There we go. So now I can swoop the right way without looking stinky or dumb. That's all we can do. Try to make the art not look stinky or dumb. What if his bangs mimic his smile? I had thought that. I had thought that, Coral Palette. I was like, what if I did that? And then I was like, but I could just give him that cute little smile. But don't worry, you and I, we're on the same wavelength. I feel bad. I feel like I'm so often saying to you specifically, Coral Palette, like, I thought about doing that, but I'm not going to do that thing you suggested. It hurts. I don't want it to sound like I'm disregarding your ideas. Hang on. He's also got big ol' round eyes. They're all gonna... Ooh, I've got an idea. Thick eyebrows. Hang on. I gotta get the mouth right. Fuck yeah. Have you all heard Cinnamoroll speak? It's not what you expect. His eyes are too close. Loser with fucking dork-ass close eyes. Alright. There we go. A cute little man. That eye is also kinda goofy. I might make them bigger too. Big ol' eyes. Like SpongeBob. The problem is his face is so wide. There we go. Those are far away enough. Line art. No thoughts, head empty. At the end of the day, you have to draw what you feel exactly. Big ol' eyebrows. I fucking love characters with big, thick-ass eyebrows. Do you know how hard it is to not just make all of my magical girls with big, thick-ass eyebrows? They're so easy to draw. That's the thing. Just slap them anywhere. And they look good. Have you all heard Cinnamoroll talk? I can't remember exactly what his voice sounds like, but it was not what I expected. Do you like how I looked up a reference of this, like, maid headband thing? At this, like, you know, kind of top-down angle for a character that I was drawing at the complete opposite fucking angle. I'm really good at art. Don't worry. I'm a professional. Why wouldn't someone reply to me and let me design their thing for them for a reasonable price? Huff, huff, huff. And maybe that was the problem. Maybe it's because I didn't pitch a price, but it's because I'm honestly quite bad at pricing myself. And I would have been like, listen, I kind of suck at doing price designs, like at pricing. So I don't know. Do you want to send me like $50? Is that too much? I can go lower. I don't mind. This is why I need a manager. I know that there are lots of streamers who have like managers, and I'm like, where do y'all get those? Where are you finding these managers, huh? Where can I find where can I go, huh? So that they can tell me, hey, you're not advertising yourself properly. Everyone who watches your streams, like, they don't watch your videos because they don't know they exist. And I'm like, and they're deeper in the back rooms. Dang it. It's so cold over there. Cinnamoroll has a deep voice and talks like he's from the hood. I'm your manager now. Sorry, Excalibur. I think rule 1 is the manager has to be older than me. And you're, what, 5 years old? So hyperbolic. But, great try. We're gonna do something with Cinnamoroll and his colors that's gonna be, fascinating, I think. I hope it turns out good and not, poopy bad. That finger is a lot. Hang on. Let's make that finger not a fucking giant stanky torpedo. Alright, there we go. That's a finger. That's a normal finger on a normal boy. Or a magical boy. Something I like about select mobile games, like gacha games, like, for example, Project Sekai. And why is Chad cooking me? Because it's so easy. How old do you think I am? I think you're like 17. So yeah, there you go. But anyway, what was I saying? Mobile games. Something I like about Project Sekai and, like, Infinity Nikki, honestly, because someone had a comment on my video being like, I wish this was just a normal game. I'd be willing to spend $50 to $60 on just a good dress-up game, and I don't want to play a gacha. And I can understand that. I can respect that. But I'm like, something that's really nice about it being a live service game is that, and I didn't reply to them because I didn't want to sound like I was arguing with them, but something that is nice about it being a live service game is that they can just kind of keep giving us new clothes for our, outfits until the end of time. Like, they could just keep making new clothes for us, and maybe we don't always want all of them. But, they'll definitely make more, like, permanent ones, too. So, and that's nice, because with a quote-unquote normal game, they can make updates, but eventually those will end, and live service games do tend to kind of produce more content like that for longer. And another great example is Project Sekai, because, when the game started, it had, like, what, fucking, like, 7 songs you could play. And it was like, this is 7 songs. And now there's, like over 300 songs in the game, and they can just keep adding more and more and more. And that's what I'm saying, is that the live service aspect, for things like Infinity Nikki and Project Sekai is really nice. I like that. I had that thought earlier, since I was thinking about the comments. Hello. There's no strong, good, smart conclusion to that thought. Just that, I think this is good. And then that's it, yeah. Alright, Cinnamoroll is also gonna be quite pale. Most of them are gonna end up... Actually, that's wrong. Most of them are gonna end up pretty damn pale. Be aware. Because most of them are just pure white. And so unless if I have a really cool smart idea to be like a person of color, but everything around them is white, which, let's be honest, is incredibly plausible. I do love doing that. But for now, I'm gonna kind of stick to the basic bitch Rune 1 option of trying to keep them real dang pale. What are we talking about? What's up with villains? The original app Love Nikki is like 10 years old and still gives new clothes, so I can see Infinity Nikki doing the same. Yeah, I keep up with Shining Nikki. Like that's the one I've tried before and it didn't work out very well. But yeah, because it just loads so bad on like everything. But like I keep up with that on Reddit, and I still got new updates coming out all the time, so that's really cool. No, I don't want the shoes to be blue, or do I? I've got a great idea. Okay. Or do I? Hang on. Let me see if I think this is bad. Ooh, I think it's bad. It was not a great idea. We'll just keep those like that for right now. Oh, you know what? I'll just take Hello Kitty's pale white and we'll use the same one. This is an awful lot of the same shade. Cinnamoroll does not have a whole lot to him. That's okay. We're gonna zhuzh up his hair as well, I think. I don't want to pull, you know, random colors out of my ass for these. I tend to not like to do that. If I'm gonna add anything, it'd probably be black. But it feels impossible to do that to Cinnamoroll. Hiss on the pink booties, hiss I say. He gives quite monkey, which strengthens my link in my mind to Critter. He is kind of giving monkey. I think the pose I've put him in isn't helping. That's fine. That's alright. He can kind of just give monkey. Alright. We're gonna fudge our rules a little bit. We are going to put a new color on him, but it's just gonna be more blue. Okay. Oh my god, wait, I had a fucking gigabrain idea. Oh my god. That's great. Okay, and we are going to add slightly more, like, a slightly deeper blue. I don't want to go too blue. I think that'll be good. And we're going to add this to his hair, like a fun gradient. Since he's got his blue line art, that's what I'm kind of trying to emulate here. It's too much blue! It's too much blue, I don't like it. trials and tribulations of being an artist. Well, it was a great idea, but what you gonna do? Honestly, I think my idea of covering him in this, like, legging shit was really throwing me. I don't think it's working out as well as I wanted it to. We're altering his line art. I think we can keep these fun leggings, and actually, I think we're gonna add lines to them. Yay! Lined, kind of like heavy socks like this. I love this. So into that as a design. But his arms, I think we can let his arms breathe a little bit more. I think it might help with him in general. But if you want to know, the shape of his gloves is also echoing the shape of his mouth. So that's the idea. There we go. That looks less like a bunch of all the same one color. Mitsuri socks? Who's Mitsuri again? Because I feel like you're right. But I can't remember who that is. Great! And I do actually, because I didn't, hang on, let me give Hello Kitty, let me go back to Hello Kitty, hang on. Let me name her folder, so I know who she is. Great. And let me go in really quick and give her some cute blushies. So that she, you know, doesn't look like she's dying or anything. Just a cute little blushes. Nice. There we go. That's a girl that's alive. And now let's wander back on over here to Cinnamoroll. And get his pink blushies in. Because those definitely need to be. We're gonna make them a little bit darker. So that you can actually see them. Hell yeah! He's so fucking excited and cute. Goddamn. You know, we struggled a little bit in the middle there. But it worked out. Demon Slayer. Yeah! Yeah, yeah! Thank you. Great. Now we can give him some simple shading. And some shine. And that'll probably be it for today. We can come back to these, you know, sporadically as we do. And make a whole bunch more cute little magical girls and boys. Since boys get to play. And that's fun. I'll probably post these two on Blue Sky. Kind of post what we did, and then at the end, you know, I'll post everyone all together. That sounds fun. Rather than just being like, hey, I'm doing art for like a month, but just not sharing any art I do. Keep in mind, if you want to see my art, you gotta go to Blue Sky and not Twitter, since Twitter is stinky and dumb, and is stealing your art for its stupid, dumb grok AI bullshit. So I don't want to post my art there anymore. But it's a real bummer, because I still go to Twitter for art. Like, all my favorite artists still use Twitter. So it's what a rough double-edged sword, yeah. That arm's a little goofy. Hang on, let me just... And also, let me make that... Okay. Great, great. Twins question, why do you think I'm 17? Because you act like you are. Though, the more I interact with... I've got... it's honestly hilarious. I've got a 19-year-old and a 20-year-old who I work with in the back rooms. They're my fellas. They pick up heavy boxes for me and stuff. And the more I interact with them, the more I'm like, man, fellas are just like this forever, huh? Just behave like little children until the end of time. You know, it's really funny. Okay. They don't watch my streams, so I can talk about this. I'm fairly certain that the one that's 20 has a crush on me, and I'm not interested. That might blow you all away. What? Twins, number one, I don't like boys, I like men, isn't interested in a 20-year-old boy? Who'da thunk? Anyway, but because of that, he goes out of his way to, like, interact with me a lot, but he does it in such, like, inefficient ways. Like, he'll just, like, blame a lot of things on me. Like, I was like, oh, this is all Twins' fault, and it's got nothing to do with me, you know? Kind of just go out of his way to incorporate me, to acknowledge me. It's nice to be acknowledged, you know? You know, I'll give him that. But more often than not, it's just kind of annoying. And the funny part about it is the 19-year-old, yeah, like, the way how I interact with him is very minimal, because he'll just be like, is that lotion I smell? And I'm like, yeah, I'm putting on lotion. Like, on my hands. And he's like, it smells nice. And I'm like, thanks! And I walk away having a much better interaction. But, what are you gonna do? As long as he doesn't try actually asking me out, I've got nothing to worry about. This is Twins' fault, Twins. On the other side of the back rooms. What the fuck? Exactly. I already said my age in chat, but how old do you think I am based on how I act? Overhyping? I mean, keep in mind, I did just learn what your pronouns are. I don't know. I think most of you fall under somewhere between 20 to 23. I think most of you are younglings. This is harassment. We know that Excalibur is a small child. How old do you think the rest of them are? Yeah. I think most of you, 20 to 23. 28 but close? Dang. We all just like to live young. Feel young, I suppose. I will say, I am quite certain that I am older than everybody in chat. But that's all you'll get from me. I ain't doxing my birthday. Mostly because, I don't know, that's just not information I feel like you guys need to know. I come from ye olden days, when you didn't put your full name as your username on websites. You didn't talk to strangers on the internet. They were very adamant about teaching us about, you know, how to be safe online. And then with Gen Z, it feels like it was like you know what you should do? Make your password your full legal, like, your username your full legal name, and your password should be your social security number. What a cute fucking guy. I'm charmed with Cinnamoroll. I'm really happy with how well he came out. I was worried for a little bit in there. But I think we made it work. You guys helped, I guess. Way to go, you. He's also kind of giving Squirrel with his design, I gotta say. You mean your full name isn't Twins Inc? I know, right? You don't even know. I've got so many more I's in my name. I just need to say my age so people don't think I'm a child, and so that I can interact with other adults. Yeah, it do be like that. Wow, I'm surprised. Hang on, let me reply to Allison real quick. She has texted me. Period. Send. That makes it sound angry. I'm being sarcastic with her. That's the joke. The only thing I know how to write in cursive is my first and last name. Not even my middle name. I used to know cursive. Do I still know cursive? Hang on, let me... Oh my god. Look at him. He's really come to life now. Look at that. Golly. Golly boy willikers. Wow. Alright. Let's see if I still know cursive really quick. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. It's a pretty shitty N. Hang on. N, O. Let me dot my. P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Where'd the X go? There it is. So, I'm not super confident about that Q, I'll be honest. But I know them all in lowercase. I know capital S is fucking crazy. It's like fucking... it's not real. He's precious. Save him from the horrors. He's gonna save us from the horrors. That's his job. You weren't even taught cursive? Wow. Stopped at W? I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. X is that. Y is really, it's just Y, you know? And Z is goofy, you might notice. Z is that funny little thing. A Z. Don't know why they did that. I guess because this was too hard. Not swooshy enough. Wowee. Let's put all of him into a folder so I can post them to Blue Sky. Easy peasy. And you know what, we'll also, let me grab, I don't need this picture anymore of my, I think I clumped it into, okay, yeah, there it is. I don't need, yeah, the reference image for the little headpiece. I know what that means. Wow, what a couple of cuties! And now let me grab this Cinnamoroll, move it on down, so I can post this to Blue Sky real easy, and be like, look, it them, compare. So let me re-grab Hello Kitty, because I think I actually just deleted the Hello Kitty reference I had. There she is. Wow. Okay, cool. Kind of make this all pretty. Hang on, I need her to be lower to match him, since he's got his silly little arm all up like that. Cool, and we'll crop this. Crop that a little bit. And we can crop this more on the side. And then actually now I want to scoot him over a little bit so that they're centered nicely. That's good. And we're gonna go with like a cute pink background. It's a little bright, so we will soften that with a bit of a fade to a lighter pink. And we will have some nice, more reddish sparkles throughout. Wow! Look at them, so cute! It was an eventful stream, it was nice. Z is a fancy 3. It really is. Ah yes, the perfect duo. Dead inside and no thoughts. Just like us, huh? Just like all of us. I've beheaded your faves in Grim Magic? I haven't beheaded that many. But there have been beheadings. So hooray! Thanks for being here. Hope you had fun. I'd like to come back to more Sanrio characters. So maybe next time we'll do Kuromi and My Melody. Since they would make another good duo as well. And we'll just kind of keep doing that until we get bored. Are we dead inside or are we heads empty? You guys are heads empty. This is gonna sound so rude. I mean this in jocularity. You guys are the ones who are in chat. I'm the important one. Which means I get to play Hello Kitty. Alright, thanks for being here. I'm going to wrap up and then put away some of the Christmas decorations so that the cats can stop attacking the Christmas decorations. Because you'll never guess, but Pippin, or how I've been calling him, Poopin, did knock over the tree. Fortunately, only one ornament broke. Hooray. But it's time for us to put those down. So I'm gonna do that. So I'll see you on the flip side. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, get out of here. I almost said I love you. You know, when you just default to how you say goodbye to people. No, Vincent probably just watched. Vincent is a little tattletale. Vincent just sits and he'll try to maintain, like, he'll be looking at me until I look over at him, and then he, like, looks up to Pippin and getting up to mischief, all but pointing, being like, Mama, look! So yeah, he's a little snitch. But yeah, adios, goodbye, stream's over.